Hey, welcome all of you. I hope all of you are watching these sessions and enjoying these sessions because this is the Sprint Tech second series and we are covering the Vedantu mock paper. This is the fifth session of Vedantu mock paper discussion. We have already covered CBSE 2018 board paper and CBSE 2019 sample paper. We are going to start with the question number 24 onwards till 27. All are 4 marks problem. Okay, so do remember that the questions might get tricky a bit, but don't get confused in it. Okay. So next we should remember the schedule. This is the 6 p.m. class of the 19th February that you are watching today. And do not forget to download the Vedantu app where you can ask your doubts, your whatever study materials, and also the classroom is there where you can watch videos. Let's start with the question number 24 now. Question number 24 is based on, let's read it. The angle of elevation of a jet fighter from a point A on the ground is 60 degrees. So there is a jet fighter and it's going it and the elevation, you are watching it. So angle of elevation is like you are watching something up. So the situation is like, so there is a jet fighter and you are watching it, okay? From a point A, say point A on the ground, and there is a jet fighter. Do not ask me, my jet fighter looks like this only. Okay, it's an arrow, it's a jet fighter. So what it is going at? From the ground it is 60 degree. The angle of elevation from point A is 60 degree. Fine. So let us consider this situation where the angle of elevation is 60 degree. So this is 60 degree. Okay. Now what they are saying next, after a flight of 10 seconds. So 10 seconds have passed. The angle of elevation changes to 30. Apply your common sense. What is the common sense? If it go farther, I have to look lesser up. Yes. If it comes closer, I have to look more up. The angle is decreased. So obviously the fighter is going in this direction and not coming towards me. So this means this is going like this. Now the angle of elevation has changed. So consider that. I will change this for you. Okay. So you get this situation. It is changed. It is now changed to 30 degrees. Fine. How much time it has traveled? It has not given the distance traveled. Obviously if they give that, it will be such easier. But they have given 10 seconds. So let us consider that it is 10 seconds it has traveled. And the elevation has changed. It has changed quite a lot. Okay. So the angle has changed to half actually. It has become 30 degrees. If the jet is flying, so finally they tell us the speed. Now we have the speed, we have the time, we can find the distance. It has traveled from this point, say B, to this point. Okay. So just a minute. I pick up the wrong thing. Okay. So this is B and this is C. Consider it as a D, drop like this, consider it as E. Now it has traveled a distance BC. So BC is equals to what? Distance is speed into time. Yes, we know this. So if distance is speed into time, I know the speed is in kilometers per hour. We need to change it into meter per second, which is obviously easy. Just multiply by 5 by 18. And time is equals to 10 seconds. Now the distance will be in meters. Because we have changed the unit from kilometer per hour to meter per second. Second will cancel with the 10 seconds. So what will be left? Meters. And that will give us what? 18 ones are 18, 18 fours are 4 5s are 20, 200 meters. So what is the distance traveled? This is 200 meters. Now you understand? Finally we need to find this distance because otherwise how can you calculate it? So consider that there are two right angle triangles and we can apply this. We have to find the height of the jet plane. The jet plane is going like this only. It's not going like that. It will be much difficult to calculate. It will be possible to calculate, not, I'm saying difficult, not impossible. So in that situation, consider that this length is equals to x. This is 200, so this is also 200. And consider the height is h, which is constant, so both are h. Now I have got the two triangles, all the things I have marked. Tan 60 and tan 30 will help. So first of all, in triangle ABE, you apply tan 60. What will we get? Let's apply it. So tan 60 will be equal to what? Tan 60 will be equal to perpendicular BE by base AE. I have marked it x so that we can easily calculate it. So now it will be tan 60 is root 3 is equals to BE is h by x. I do not know which one to make the subject right now. How will I know? I have to solve the next equation. So that's why what I'm going to do is going to leave this in the same situation and we are going to use the second one. What is the second one? In triangle ACD. I hope all of you can see the triangle ACD, the red line one. What do you have in ACD? Tan 30. It is equals to perpendicular, the CD by the base AD. Now tan 30 is 1 by root 3. What is CD? CD is equals to H. What is AD? AD is made of two parts, AE plus ED. This means X plus 200. Obviously now I am sure that I will substitute H with X. So H will be root 3X. This I will substitute in the second equation of mine. I need to change the page, I cannot continue in this. So H is equals to root 3X, and I got in the previous page 1 by root 3 is equals to this. If you cross multiply, will you get this? X plus 200 is equals to H root 3. Just to make our life a little bit simpler, nothing extra. So X plus 200 is equals to H root 3. So X plus 200 is equals to H root 3. In place of H, put the value of root 3X. Do not tell me, sir, I can put directly. Why have you written it again? Because I always write it again, so that we do not make any kind of mistakes. So this will be 3X. This will be X plus 200. This will give me X is equals to 100. And 3X minus X will be 2X. 2X is equals to 200. So X is what? 100. They were not asking us to find X. They asked us to find the H, which is root 3 times X. So root 3 times 100, which is 1.732 into 100. So how much it will be? 173.2 meters. That is the height at which the plane is being flying right now, the jet plane. It is at a height of 173.2 meters. It was an easy question, you know. Only thing you need to find first was the distance. And to find it, you should remember that this is in kilometers per hour. They just play with the units to confuse you. Do not get confused. That's what I started with the video. I said like the questions are going to be like that, this situation. They will keep confusing you. Let's take up the next question, number 25. Okay, this is a kind of a theorem. Generally theorems are asked. So there are selected theorems which can come in your exam. The two tangents of a circle are equal. Radius and tangent are perpendicular at the point of contact. Then you have the simple Pythagoras theorem proof that I have also taken. Next is your Bpt theorem proof that can come. Similarity of triangle proof will never come. They are just to motivate you, not with respect to exam. And Sridhar proof will not come also, but it can be proved using method of completing the square. So you should remember it. Let's take up this question now. Prove that the tangent at any point is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. So I need a circle. It's a very simple. It's like, okay, it's just a minute. I need to get this thing out of this part. Okay, so now I have a circle. What I need is a radius and a tangent. So I'll just bring a radius and a tangent to it. So there is a line which is tangent to it, and you need a radius. Fine, I'll take the center help. Okay, we got it. Now you need to understand how will I do this. Consider this is point O, consider this is point P, consider this is point A, and this is point B. Just go like this situation. This is the radius and this is the tangent. Okay. Now what we need to do here is very simple, you know. You need to prove that OP is perpendicular to AB or BA. Okay. So suppose let us call it P only. So OP is perpendicular to BA or AB, whatever you say. So you have to prove that this is perpendicular at the point of contact P. Now remember, you have studied something in 9th class that angle 90, if there is in a triangle, is the largest angle. You cannot have 290 in any triangle. 290 is not possible. Only there is 190 degree angle, and all the other angles are less than it. You cannot have an angle which is more than 90 when there is 190 inside it. It is impossible. The sum will be more than 180. Yes, that's correct. So just understand the same situation. We can just join this and say we call it Q. This point Q. This is A. Now understand my point. Can I say that OQ and OP are equal? Yes, because they both are radius. Just understand this slowly. I'm not moving fast in this. So can I say that OA is more than OQ? Yes, OA is more than OQ. It is obvious because OQ is a part of it. You can use Euclid's axiom in it. That have read in 9th class. And then you can say that actually OA is more than OP because from 1. Yes, we can say that. Now listen very carefully what I am saying. This means that OA is the distance between the point O and the point and the line. So distance between the point center and the line is OA. Yes, and it is always more, it is more than OP. It is more than OP. So when it will be the shortest distance? It will be the shortest distance only when this A will coincide with P. So can I say that OP is the shortest distance? Because otherwise if you put A anywhere, if you put even A here, every time the distance will be more than OP. Because every time this will be kind of a hypotenuse forming up. Do not say it hypotenuse right now. Just understand this line will always be more than OP. But it will be shortest when A will coincide with P. So can I say this implies OP is the shortest distance. OP is the shortest distance between the center. I am writing short for between, B by W. Between the center and the tangent. Tangent is a line, okay? And you have read in class 9th again in Euclid that the shortest distance between a point and a line is always the perpendicular distance. That you have read, correct? That the shortest distance between a point and a line is always the perpendicular distance, because if it is so, that is why you get this is the largest side and this will be the smaller side. Yes, because it is the 90 and this becomes the hypotenuse. So just remember from 9th class concept, we know, okay, just a minute. We know that the shortest distance, the shortest distance, you have to write in this more. That's the problem in this proof is between a point and a line. This is Euclid axiom, okay? This is 9th class Euclid axiom. And a line is the perpendicular distance. This implies OP is perpendicular to BA. This implies that OP line will become perpendicular. Sorry, OP will become perpendicular to BA line. This is the BA line. This is the OP line. Okay, you can see this is the OP. This is the BA. When it will be 90 degree, it will be the shortest. I have just proved it is the shortest because every time A will be outside it. So it will always be more. OA will be more. So OP will be the smallest one. And we know from Euclid axiom that it is the shortest distance is only when it is perpendicular. Hence proved that it is 90 degree. Okay, this is the theorem is kind of like that. Okay, this question I kept it. I just saw it and it got blinked in my mind. Show that any positive odd integer is of the form this. To make your life a little bit easier, I'm gonna take this part from very beginning. Not completely beginning I can take up, but still. So I'm just gonna go add page here. Please understand this thing. Any number can be written in the form of 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is a representation of every number, correct? I'm teaching you something very important today. Please understand this thing now. I'm not going to solve that question without teaching you this thing. Now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a number series, positive number series. Just take this as a variable Q. So Q represents this series. Now today I want to know what is the even number series. What is the even number series? So 0 is an even number. Remember this thing also. Yeah, you should remember it. Why are you forwarding this that thing? So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. Now just try to get this point. Is it possible for you to create a formula in terms of Q so that you get this series from this first series? Yes, you're correct. I think so. Yes, it is. So it is like 2Q. Every time 2 is multiplied. And you get the next series. So all even numbers are actually in the form of 2Q. Or say if someone said this is a M series, whatever series, so it will be 2M, kind of this. Which variable you want to select, it's not bounded, okay? You can select any variable. Now important next thing, what can I make for odd series? See, odd series is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Just focus what is happening. Can you all see that 0 plus 1 is 1, 2 plus 1 is 3, 4 plus 1 is 5 kind of thing is coming up? So can I just say that this series is nothing but 2Q plus 1? So what is the general representation for a series of odd number 2Q plus 1? For an even number series it is 2Q only. So I have got the general representation. I have to use this. So whenever they are asking me to prove some series is an odd integer, I have to get this. If they are asking us to prove even, then I have to get this. Otherwise I will not be able to do this because this is the axiom. This is kind of an axiom, a true statement which you will use to prove something extra. Okay, now listen very carefully. Something more is coming up. This is very important what I am teaching you. Try to understand this thing. This chapter's difficult part I am teaching you right now. So next thing is Why we write 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2, or like that? Why you write 3q plus 1, 3q plus 2 and 3q? The reason behind it, because if you have these three numbers in your pocket, you can actually have every number in your pocket. I'll make you understand this. Try to understand, if I divide a number, say 16 by 3, what will I get? 1. If I divide 17 by 3, what will I get? 2. If I divide 18 by 3, what will I get? 0. Is it possible that I can get a remainder more than 2? No. This is Euclid division lemma. No, you cannot. So always your number, if you divide a number A by a divisor B, you divide a number A by a divisor B, you get a quotient Q and a remainder R. The situation is this 3 5s are 15 plus 2. This remainder is always more than or equal to 0, but is less than your divisor value. It is less than your divisor value. Do you understand this thing? Good. If you understand this thing, try to understand this now. If I have written this, can I write any number A in the form of 3q plus R? What are the form? Either 3 into something will come completely divisible, I get remainder 0, or anything like 3q plus 1 can come, 3 times q, 3 5s are 15 plus 1 can come, or any number can be written as 3q plus 2. Do you think I have every number in my pocket? Yes, I have. See this thing now. What was q? 0, 1, 2, 3. I am saying that if I am writing these three only with it, then actually I can create every number in this whole world of natural number, obviously integers and natural numbers we are talking about. Just consider this. Now put q0. If you put q0, you get 0. If you put q0, you get 1. If you put q0, you get 2. Now put q1. You have 3. 3 1 ja 3 plus 1, 4. 3 1 ja 3 plus 2, 5. Do you think that what is happening? If you put q different values, you get actually the same series. You have every number in your pocket. Only three things you have to keep in your pocket. That is either 3q or this number or this number. If you have these three, you have every number you can form by just putting a value of q. Do you understand this thing? If you understand this thing, you can also say, sorry, then you can have these four in your pocket. If you put q, you will have again the whole series. Put 0, you get 0, 1, 2, 3. Put 1, you get 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, they will give you more numbers. Now, obviously, you are putting more terms in your pocket. Okay, now try to understand this thing. The next question, the question I am going to solve now. The theory I have given you. Why you do this? What is the meaning of that? If you appreciate this fact, if you have understood this fact, do not stop. Like this video. Right away, like this video. If you have understood what was that you all were worried about in the whole year, just like that video. Now understand this thing. I am saying in the form of 6q. Obviously, I am dividing by 6q. So what is the general number? It is 6q plus r. So obviously r can move from where to where? It can move from 0 to 6, less than 6 actually. It can move from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5, 6 values are there. Let us start with case 1. It's going to be a long solution. So please have patience. Put r0. What will be the number? 6q. You have to prove odd integer. Just notice this thing. Can I write 6q as 2 into 3q? Yes. I've just told you any number is any number. It's kind of a number. So 2m. But I told you the general representation of an even number. 2 times something. So it is an even number and not a odd number. I want the odd integer representation. So this cannot be odd integer. What is the other number I have in my pocket? Case 2. The other number in your pocket. It is 6q plus 1. Now see this thing. Can I write it as 2 times 3q plus 1? Yes, you can write it down. Will you get 2m plus 1? What does this represent? I told you this is the axiom. This is an odd number representation. It is odd. So one odd number you have found. If you take a as 6q plus 1, it will always give you an odd number because it is generally 2m plus 1, nothing extra. They have just changed the form of it. You are compressing it back to the initial form, 2m plus 1. They said odd is on the form of this. I got it. Now I have to take case 3. Similarly, case 3. Case 3 is r is equals to 2. You will have a is equals to 6q plus 2. Now do this thing. Take 2 common in the complete. You get 3q plus 1. Whatever this is a number. So 2m, which is even, not odd. So you understand now you can do so fast. Don't you think you can do very fast now? Yes, why you can't? So r is 3. So a is equals to 6q plus 3. Do not take 3 common. because only 2 is allowed. So 2, so you have to write this 6 cube plus 2 plus 1. Remember this thing, only 2 is allowed. That is why I have to do this way. This will be 2m plus 1. I have considered 3 cube plus 1 as m. Is it odd? Yes, it is odd. I have proved the second one is also odd when a is 6 cube plus 3. Now the next is 6 cube plus 4 and then 6 cube plus 5. So case 5. A is equals to 6 cube plus, so r is basically 4. 6 cube plus 4. Now what you get? A is equals to, now you have to do like this. You can take 2 common directly, because obviously this will be any number which is 2m. So take 2 only, na? It's okay. Which is even. We don't want this. Case 6. What is case 6? Yes, you are getting it now. Great. R is 5. So what is A? A can be 6 cube plus 5. This is the last number in your pocket. Take it out and see it is odd or even. I do not know. I will write like this. 4 plus 1. I want 1 to be in the end. This is the thing I want. I always want 1 in the end. If I have 1, then I can frame 2m plus 1, which is odd. I have to prove this is odd. So this is 2 common, 3 cube plus 2 plus 1. This is a number which is m. What is 2m plus 1? It's an odd number. So it is odd. So I took 6 numbers. I had 6 numbers in my pocket. I took out 3 and I found these 3 are odd representation. They will always give me an odd number whenever I will put it outside. So one is 6 cube plus 5, the other is 6 cube plus 3, and the other is 6 cube plus 1. That they have wanted you to prove that it is always odd integer. I hope you understand it now. All 6 gives you the whole numbers in this universe. I am always obviously talking about integers and positive integers basically. But these 3 gives you always odd integers. And other 3 will give you even. So they can twist this question, don't worry, I have solved the complete question. So if you have enjoyed this, please press the like button. Why are you waiting? To whom are you waiting for? Don't see the other person, just like it. Okay, this is the last question for today, a probability question. I kept it so that I can have a balance. We did a very long question, now we need to do a simple question. The king, queen and jack of clubs are removed. These questions that just play like that in 4 numbers. They always remove something. So that you just do mistake. So 52 playing cards and you have removed what? King, queen and jack of clubs. Clubs is this. This you have removed. My drawing do not see. This is black. So you have removed king, queen and jack. How many cards you have removed? 3 cards. So what are the total cards in the sample space? Now you have 52 minus 3 cards. 49 cards. Yes, is it? Now read the next part. A card is drawn, whatever you are going to draw a card, of course. Now what they want? They want a heart. How many hearts are there? It's a very easy question, don't worry. How many hearts are there? 13 hearts are there. Is there any heart removed? No, I have all hearts there. I have just all my heart here, okay? So now what are the number of, so event A. So probability that it is a heart is equals to number of heart cards upon total number of cards in the sample space. What is the value? The value is number of heart cards are how much? 13. So 13 by 49. I told you we have gone from a very long question. This is how they balance paper, you know. Give you a long question, then give you a shorter question. So that you have to complete it in a limited amount of time. It's not like you're doing a research kind of thing. A queen. Now problem is one queen has been removed. So altogether you have just 3 queens. So probability that it is a queen is number of queens you have now by the total number of cards. So this is 3 by 49. The next and the last is a club. The problem is they have removed 3 clubs. So altogether now you have 10 clubs card. This is a very easy question. Probability that it is a club. It is number of club cards you are left with upon total number of cards, which is 10 by 49 because 3 club cards were removed. Enjoy life. It's kind of a simple question, such a simple question, yes. I hope you have understood this. You have to press the like button for the previous question because that was the most tricky one, I think so. Yes, if you have not done till now, do it right now. And do not forget to share this video. If you are enjoying this, let others also have the fun, yeah, isn't it? And yes, if you have not subscribed this channel so far, subscribe it right now and press the bell icon button. We'll see you in the next session when we will take up the last 3 questions, 28, 29 and 30. And this will complete this sprint X series. Yeah, so eagerly waiting for the next and the last session. We'll meet you in the next session. Bye.